we are an Australian family who bought a boat on the other side of the world.
Welcome to Slow Travelling.
Join us on our adventures as we sail her back home again.
Even though we were very keen to be sailing, there was a few jobs that needed doing on a now 30-year-old Moody 425 first.
It's hot. It's really hot. We're here in Boatyard. There's 3 boatyards right next to each other, which is just this hive of activity. There's Cleopatra, there's Ionian Marine, there's Atco. We're in Ionian, and it's a great little spot really to keep a boat or get jobs done on a boat. Maybe just not in the middle of summer though, eh?
We're on the boat, just starting some boat jobs, washing it off, grabbing all the luggage on the boat, and
So she's really not that dirty or in too bad a condition.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.
What are you on for dinner, Soph?
I don't know. We're going to a new restaurant.
Yeah, I'm sure. We could try Lucia's. We've got Lucia's down here. Beautiful Boatyard. Left Carter's just over there. So, we've put in a new engine. I've alluded to that before. Basically, Blue Dancer had a Thornycroft diesel, which is a marinised Ford diesel. It's 25 years old. It had about 6,000 hours on it when we bought the boat. We were full of optimism. We were full of hope. The previous owner had spent a little bit of money on it, but we probably should have seen the writing on the wall. So the first season when we had the boat, we pretty much made it 10 nautical miles before we had our first issue, which was the starter motor. We made it maybe another 15 nautical miles before we realised there was an issue with the flywheel. And then we basically, 85 nautical miles, we went over to Licata in Sicily from Malta, and then had a couple of other issues, including having to rebuild the water pump. Thank you to Yacht Services Licata, Matthew, who gave me a hand. But that Matthew, if you're in Licata and you need someone to give you a hand with an engine, he's your guy. We pretty quickly came to the point where we want to bite the bullet, we want to replace the engine. Cut your losses, otherwise you go further and further down the rabbit hole. You spend more and more money on the old engine. It doesn't love you back, it doesn't thank you for it, and before you know it, you just, it's a fool's errand. We looked at beta engines, we looked at Yamaha engines, and we looked at Volvo Penta. We know a couple of other people with Moody 425s who have gone with beta, and they seem to be quite good. So our initial instinct was beta. And then a couple of things happened. The first thing that came along was Brexit, and the second thing was COVID. So in the end, we went with Volvo Penta. There she is, Volvo Penta D250.
Our old life raft was a Plastimo soft case type life raft, and it was about 10 years old. So it got to the point where the cost of servicing it was going to be just about what it would take to replace it. So we bit the bullet and we've replaced it with a 6-person sea safe that we've got in this hard case.
Miss Soph, could you do me a favour, please, and get me those big white jobbies at the back of the cockpit?
Is it this thing?
So what are we doing?
We're just pumping up the standard paddleboard stuff.
12.30
12.6 foot.
mostly that boat.
No, we're going to have to push it out your way and run
So yeah.
this end down there.
living life every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.
Do you want to do me a favour, Soph?
There's
With that,
normally like this plastic bit over here.
yeah, the spray hood, the Dodger, isn't there? So we're just trying to get up the old teak, Soph. Just so we can put down the flexi teak. And of course, the hardest bit's getting up the old stuff.
Wood bit is hard to do.
Yeah, the bottom bit's the tricky bit, but if you can do the top bit, that still helps me out, because then I only have to do the bottom bit, right? Live. More black goop, more black goop. Black goop. More there. That was a bit of a job. The hardest part, I think, really was just chiseling up that old teak-backed plywood, and then getting the epoxy glue and stuff off. That was hard going. The EC Teak product, yeah, pretty happy with it. It's pretty straightforward. Got a bit of glue residue I've got to get rid of. Got to do a little bit of tidying up around it. But it was all pretty straightforward, and I think, considering it cost us probably €200 to do the project ourselves compared to some of the quotes we got, yeah, we're pretty stoked with the results.
So this is our first night on the boat. You excited, Sam?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty good. We're about to go to a restaurant. It's like a taverna. That's for dinner. So yeah.
Panos Taverna. This is the local taverna, or the yachties come if you're in the boatyard. Yeah, pretty good home cooked feed here. How was dinner, Soph? Pretty good, wasn't it?
Living life every day,
I know, how good's free today?
and I pray, all I need.
Okay, putting the mantis together seems pretty straightforward. What have I got here? Yeah, right, insert the bolts from the bottom, lubricate.
What are you doing?
I'm greasing the bolts.
Okay, so he's just greasing the anchor so we can put it together. And yeah.
Greasiness.
This is the anchor. That's all the stuff. This is something. So,
Rubbish run.
Well, all of a sudden I just started pouring rain on. It was boiling this morning and now we're freezing. Everything's getting wet. It's the first rain in 3 months.
So we're getting there. We're just waiting on batteries now. Just got to replace some batteries and then hopefully into the water.
Living life every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.
We've got new batteries, but now we have a whole new electrical problem. Anytime we turn anything on, we lose voltage. So we can tell that because the fans start going really slow, turn the bilge pump on, it barely works, and all the fans slow down, all the lights turn off at night. Fridge is chugging. We're not sure if that's a related problem or a whole new problem. Love boat life. So yeah, so swanky new batteries.
I could potentially try and solder that to the bus bar, but I think tomorrow we need to remove the blue cable. You don't want to do it now, or do you want to try and do it now? I reckon we're trying to do something tight at the end of the day.
I'm tempted to do it now.